Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to some more Pokemon action. I'm your host Ryan, and today we are doing the final battle for the Pokemon Doubles Federation. The winner of this battle is the one who gets first place for the season and gets a bye from the first round of playoffs. So this is going to be good. I want to win this. Let's look over my opponent's team, which is Jolteon, Dragonite, Blaziken, Bronzong, Blastoise, and Melodic. Now, there's a bit of an issue when we started this game. He ended up bringing Greninja instead of Blastoise, but the issue with that was that he forgot that he actually dropped Greninja for Blastoise a while ago. So we had to restart the battle. I said that we restart the battle. We don't have. I didn't say we had to do the same moves, but all he had to do was just drop the Blastoise for Greninja. But in the spirit of the battle, I kept the same leads. Now, looking back, I don't think the leads were good. I led off with Mr. Mime and Kangaskhan, and honestly, that was just such a crappy lead. Honestly, I don't even know why I brought Kangaskhan. I don't think I used a Mega at all this season because of Hoopa, and I felt bad, so I decided I had such a commanding control over the draft. For some reason, they let me draft everything that was very strong in doubles. So I decided to just bring the Kangaskhan. I wanted to bring Salamence, but I did not EV train it, and I didn't have time to EV train it, so I couldn't bring Salamence. But either way, I start off with Mr. Mime and Kangaskhan, and he's going to start off with Blastoise and Melodic. Now, my strategy for this first turn is to get a Hammer Arm off onto the Blastoise and get a Trick Room off, because this is going to put me at -2 speed. I am going to take a I'm going to be very strong, and I'll be able to sweep under Trick Room. However, the really bad problem about this is that the moment I insta-locked my moves, I was like, oh my god, Blastoise gets Aura Sphere. So I'm sitting here like he's going to Aura Sphere me, I'm going to die. I just wasted an entire turn, and now I have Trick Room up against Pokemon that are clearly slower than what I have in the back. So I'm like, this is not good. Now I do get my Hammer Arms off, which is really good. You know, you see how little damage that did? That's fine though, because Double Edge will kill him in the long run. But it was such a bad play because I didn't think about Aura Sphere at the time, and only until I locked in the play did I get, oh, Aura Sphere, right? So now I have Trick Room up, and I'm not in a good position. I really am not. So what I do here is I believe I bring in okay, I bring my Rotom. Now Rotom's the best play here because, you know, there's really not much either of these two can do to it, so that's going to work out for me. Now I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, and Blastoise ends up being actually Melodic ends up being faster than I thought. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam into both of them and Thunderbolt the Blastoise, because I want to get rid of the Blastoise. Blastoise is actually really strong. Probably one of my favorite Trick Room setters. Not Trick Room setters, slow Pokemon, whatever. So he goes for Mirror Coat, which I thought was very interesting. It was a good play. If Mr. Mime did a little bit more damage, that actually would have killed me. If it went for if I went for Rotom's Thunderbolt, that would have probably killed Rotom. So that was pretty cool, but, you know, unfortunately for him, I did not do that. But now I know it's coming, and I'm like, well, I guess I don't really need to attack the Melodic, do I? But he's going to actually go for Scald here, so not a big deal. He's going to almost take out my Mr. Mime, but he does burn me. Now, a lot of people would be like, oh god, that sucks. Oh man, what the hell? But I'm like, actually, this is really good. My Mr. Mime's not going to be doing anything here. Like, yeah, there's a Dragonite here, but Mr. Mime does not have enough power to take out the Dragonite in one shot with Dazzling Gleam. And Thunderbolt's only neutral, so it's not going to kill. So if he has weakness policy, which he most likely does, considering that he didn't cure himself with a Lumberry, I'm actually okay with that, because what this allows me to do is bring in Hoopa. Now, I did double into the Melodic here, and once he protected, I was like, oh, come on, that was such a good play. Oh my god, what am I supposed to do here? That's actually really good, blah, blah, blah. But then the Hyperspace Fury goes off, and I'm like, wait a second, he protected. I'm confused right now. And I looked it up. Apparently, Hyperspace Fury not only goes through Protect, but it removes the protect. Neither of us knew this, which is pretty funny, so I ended up killing the melodic right there. I'm just gonna say hashtag planned. It wasn't, but I think it was actually pretty cool that worked out. I didn't expect that to happen. I just had no reason to go for like a Zen headbutt or something, because why bother? What I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna switch out my Hooba. I actually did not realize that I still had Trick 'em Up, but in my mind I was like, this Bronzong and Dragonite combo is gonna hurt. If I can keep negative attacking this Dragonite, it's gonna be really good. I don't think the Bronzong can really do anything to me right here, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then Trick 'em Ends, and I was like, oh, actually, you know what, that was a good idea that I didn't took out my Hoopa, because maybe the Bronzong and the Dragonite could have done something. Now I keep going for Hydro Pumps on the Bronzong because I just want to kill the Bronzong. I just keep missing. So he gets off some damage. I don't know why he's keeping the Dragonite in. I would assume it's because I can't Earthquake into this, so I'm not entirely sure. I guess he doesn't want to switch into like a Rock Slide or something, and that's a fair play, but because he only has Jolteon and Blaziken in the back. But this Dragonite's completely useless. It's dying eventually. I go for Rock Slide here because that should kill the Dragonite. And again, I go for another Hydro Pump, but of course he does protect. So I'm actually down to 2 Hydro Pumps left, which is actually not good because I did not PP up my Pokemon. But I do get the Citrus Berry proc, which I think is very good because now he's going to bring in like either Blaziken or Jolteon. He ends up bringing in Blaziken. Now, I did not change my set from when I battled Miguel, so I say this every time a Blaziken's on the field. Blazikens always protect the first turn. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fly. Because he's, super effective and all that jazz. So I'm going to fly on the Blaziken. They always protect turn 1. Now, you may be wondering, but Ryan, what if he switches into Jolteon? This is fine. Jolteon's a frail Pokemon, and since it is electric type, there's a chance it's running Air Balloon, so I will pop its Air Balloon if it comes in, and that's just perfection. So he does switch into the Jolteon. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage to this. I do a lot more than I thought I would do. I am full attack, so it kind of makes sense. But what I do here is I go for Thunderbolt on the Bronzong because I didn't want to miss another Hydro Pump, and I knew Thunderbolt would be enough. So now, I have a very weak Rotom. The Reflect wears off. We've got Blaziken on the field. We've got Jolteon on the field. I'm going to switch out my Landorus. Now, you may be wondering, why are you switching out the Landorus? I'm switching out the Landorus because I want to make sure that this Blaziken does not protect when I go for the Earthquake, and the Jolteon whips out some sort of magical Choice Specs Hidden Power Ice. I did not want to deal with that. So I bring in the Heatran, fully expecting to take like a Hidden Power Ice and like maybe a Flare Blitz or an Ice Punch. Just in case. Now I bring the Landorus back in. Now I have a -1 on the Blaziken. I know for a fact that this Jolteon's not going to be going for a Hidden Power Ice. So I go for the Earthquake. I protect with my Heatran because there's no point in letting it take extra damage. He does go for a double into my Landorus. That's okay because I am allowed to lose my Landorus here. I still have plenty of options to kill him. I believe I still have my Hoopa in the background. I still have my Mr. Mime, I believe. But since he does double attack into me and he doesn't kill me, I do get the Earthquake off and I do win. So that, my friends, is going to be the final battle. I went through the entire season undefeated, which is a little bit unfair because we did have, I believe, 2 battlers. No. Yeah, 2 people were dropped from the league, so I believe I had two automatic wins, but the other 3 battles I won all by myself. That's why I haven't seen a lot of these battles, because there haven't been a lot of these battles. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to catch you guys at the next episode. Peace.